Good morning indeed. Thank you so much for that incredible interview. I'm just trying to wrap my head around the fact that Ray is embedded in my kid's subconscious now. And how cool it was to hear a South African accent come out of that gorgeous face. To know that that is our girl. Absolutely beautiful. And now we are going live to the world as we say, good morning, Qatar.
Good morning,
Welcome
Qatar.
to it, fam. It's Graham and Katja to bring you the latest on and off the field. And of course, the FIFA World Cup now well into the knockout stages of the tournament. And it's so juicy. We love it. And the teams left, they know that they have to win if they want to progress.
Absolutely. We saw some remarkable results, not least of all yesterday. Brazil just cementing their position in everyone's minds, the collective consciousness as...
In the other team's minds.
In teams' minds as well as the favourites. Some people asking, is it Brazil's World Cup to lose?
To lose.
Is that where we are?
Okay, so let's flip the script, in fact. And of course, yes, we enjoy the action on the field. It's been exciting, it's been nerve-wracking, it's been heartbreaking for some. But at the same time, there has been a certain amount of excitement and action off the fields. And I asked you this question earlier. Who do you think has the best footballing player fans? Well, we found out. So football fans representing all 32 qualified nations for Qatar 2022 took part in the Fans Cup held on the sidelines of the FIFA.
Is that a panel contest? I think they're having a... Oh, okay, no, it's okay, so you got to score. So this
I was about to say,
this looks like, what is that? Qatar versus, who is that? So Japan? Qatar versus Japan, no, Morocco, that's Morocco. Morocco versus Japan, versus South Korea. And it looks like Korea might have taken that one.
So let's see who took top honors. So it was a 4-day tournament held at the FIFA Fan Festival in Albida Park, which seems like a bit of a hotspot. And they tried to excuse the pun, they tried to kind of create the same kind of vibe and setup as the actual competition itself. So, you know, the countries were represented in the same 8 groups. All participants were nationals of their respective countries. And Poland were, in fact,
crowned
champions. And they had to do it by beating Serbia 4-0 in that final.
Take a look. Some of the highlights there. Oh, look at those goals. Look at that.
It's a rise of 5-a-side, my friend.
You can see, oh, it is indeed. You can see the commitment, the passion.
Keeper!
Oh, look at that volley. What are you talking about?
See, I'm just thinking of like, this is where you pull a hamstring, groin's gone.
Yeah, reliving the glory days. How do you even qualify to make it into these teams, by the way? Is this by virtue of you being there at the World Cup like, hey, are you Polish?
You rock up in your kit. You just rock up in your kit with your boots and they say, who's got their boots here? I love it. So yesterday also marked World Volunteer Day. And for the first time ever, in fact, this fell on a match day at the FIFA World Cup. That is beautiful. It meant around 20,000 volunteers from 150 different nationalities were recruited to support the tournament in Qatar. And as a gesture of appreciation, 10 FIFA World Cup ambassadors also joined the fray. We're talking about the likes of David Beckham, Marcel Desailly, Yaya Touré, and they paid a surprise visit to a volunteer hub in Doha to meet and engage with and exchange stories with some very lucky volunteers. Imagine.
I mean, sitting in the company of some of the greatest footballers that we've celebrated over years. Yes, Marcel Desailly, David Beckham, there he is. Absolutely must have been so special. And it is indeed these individuals who volunteer their time, and we can reflect this, you know, likewise in South Africa when the World Cup was here. It is them that make the World Cup happen. When you see those flags being rolled up pre-match on the stadium floor, that really add to that excitement of the occasion. It's those people that make it happen.
Even down to directing people, making sure that fans are looked after to create that sense of community in a space like this. Really beautiful. We also saw the beautiful game. We've seen it in abundance on the fields. I hate the fact that it always feels like for the African teams, they come up against the world beaters when they need to win. It always feels like we're left between a rock and a hard place, but England delivered. And as a result, now they've set up a massive quarterfinal with defending champions France. And of course, they did that courtesy beating the African champions Senegal 3-0 in their last 16 clash, and they did it in style.
I hear you, on the Jordan, the world beaters kind of thing, but I will say this, that for a good portion of that first half, Senegal really represented themselves very well. I mean, Sadio Mane even echoed.
I was going to say, imagine if they had Sadio there, dude.
Exactly. So that 3-0 might not be a true reflection on the entirety of the game. Of course, man, Jude Bellingham played a killer game. The midfield. The English midfield kind of did all of the work there. that ensure that they...
And fans were even screaming Harry Maguire's name. Can you
believe
believe it? But finally, Harry Kane got his first goal. Jordan Henderson got a goal. Bukayo Saka has been absolutely scintillating throughout. They all got goals for the Three Lions. And, of course, they received this kind of welcome, understandably. Take a look at that.
Celebrations of water. Are those the are those the Renter fans?
It's the volunteers, baby. It's the volunteers, I said.
One might wonder right now, is it really coming home? Are we going to be hearing the chants of it's coming home again? Are we going to have that campaign? Did you see the campaign of the Euros?
No, we're going to call a stop to it right now. No, England will always make us believe, but I think everyone has got their money on Brazil right now. To the Good Morning Qatar team, we love you. We'll see you tomorrow. And, of course, we're going to continue soaking up what is, I think, proving to be one of the best technical World Cups ever.
I want to put it to you, now that we're here, round of 16, we're getting into the quarterfinal stages, last couple of matches today. Who is your money on now? Have you changed from where you were?
I have, dude, but I have to because half of my family demands it, dude. Now, I'm going to put my emotional vote on England because I love those young players. I love what they've created in that team.
Okay.
They've been through the fire. Even as I say these words, I'm struggling to convince myself that anyone's going to beat Brazil.
Really?
Dude.
Really? Despite the fact that Argentina did do it in the Copa America, in the final?
This Brazilian team now, with these young players, with the kind of self-belief that they have, I mean, the first shot on goal that that Alisson had to save came in this game yesterday. It was the first time he's had to move in goals.
They've been
immense. This is an attacking side, so yeah.
I'm calling it the year of Messi.
It's going to be a messy year, man. You can let us know your predictions and keep those comments coming. We are, of course, commemorating World AIDS Day, which was yesterday, and we would love to hear your perspective. 063-408-8863. Do you feel enough is being done to drive education and awareness around HIV and AIDS? Have your say.